Welcome back, everyone, to Samsara's Beyond 2024 event. I am Grace Sharkey here with FreightWaves.com. First time at the event for myself. Very excited. And if you know my writing, you know that I talk about this company quite a lot. We've had a number of individuals from XPO on our shows across the FreightWaves, team, all of our shows in general. If you want to check out any of our content, go to our YouTube page, like and subscribe. And if you're watching this on Samsara's page, make sure you like and subscribe for them as well. But I've got a new face for at least myself, and I think for our FreightWaves audience as well, to introduce you to. Riley, go ahead and introduce yourself and your role at XPO.
Riley Anderson, a manager of safety. I've been with XPO for 13 years. And that 13 years held multiple positions, but started as a greeter in St. Louis, Missouri.
Wow.
Third shift FAC, and had just tremendous opportunities to move up in the operations world, managing 3 service centers, and then switched over to safety a few years ago.
Nice.
And recently into this role.
Greeter. What does that role do?
So when everything was on paper,
Yes.
the drivers would pull through the gate and pull up to a trailer that had a window cut out of it.
Okay.
And then the greeter would tell them where to put their trailers at, stamp their paid form, and then take all of their documents and walk them down the dock.
13 years, and we've gone from that to, I'm sure, something much more technologically savvy today, right?
Yes. Now we can send everything through the handheld. Our planners can just type in a door number and it will send the driver a message directly. So.
Interesting. Okay, I want to talk about the safety aspect of things, right? Clearly, it's something I think all drivers are really proud of. There's nothing you hear more than a driver telling you how many millions of miles they have, right, on their back, and less accidents as well. What got you into the safety aspect of this industry?
The fascinating thing about this industry is it's always changing.
Yeah.
And we love to improve our processes for our customers, for efficiencies. But at the end of the day, we need to be safe to keep our people safe.
Yeah.
Not only themselves on the dock or on the road, but our families as well. So the idea of being able to influence hundreds, if not thousands of drivers every day to be safer on the road, knowing that my family's going to drive by them. And I want my wife and kids to go, hey, that's the trucks Dad's works with. Instead of backing off, just absolutely gets me up.
Do they do that? Do the kids actually do that?
Oh, yes.
I love that. I actually drove down here with my mother. She's taking a nice little trip herself around Chicago, and I try to explain to her the different trailer types, and she doesn't even want to hear any of it. So I'm going to have to take some tips from you on getting the family involved, because that's incredible. And you're right. That's like, what a wonderful opportunity for you to step up and say, like, this is what I do. And yeah, like, you guys are safe on the road because of these actions we're taking. And I love for you to, as you're going through your job, like, what are your biggest concerns? What are you watching a day to day to make sure that these guys are creating safe habits, right? What are the biggest concerns for you?
Sure. So the biggest concern would be reduction in DOT crashes.
Yeah.
We know that there are the most catastrophic events, and that's when people get hurt. There's equipment that needs to be replaced.
Yeah.
So there's just so many different factors that we're all facing across the logistics world, whether it's in a semi-trailer or if it's in a box truck.
For sure.
Roads are dangerous, and we need to find ways to keep our people engaged while they're driving and safe.
Yeah.
Samsara is a great partner and a very simple platform to help us manage all of the things that go into risk mitigation on the road.
Have you, in this 13 years, have you always been a partner of Samsara?
No, we've had Samsara for, I want to say, 3 years.
Wow. Nice.
We had a competitor before that. It was a great experience, and I was not in this role when we made the switch. I was just a regional safety manager.
Yeah.
But the transition was great, and the field really adopted it quickly.
I want to ask, in that transition, is there anything that maybe surprised you, like safety-wise, that was hidden away and maybe you weren't seeing in the data previously, that Samsara made it a little bit easier for you to not only see but fix and address as well?
Oh, that's a good question. I wouldn't say there was anything surprising that we were missing.
Yeah.
What excited me was how quickly we could get a video.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
So,
for sure.
It's instantaneous. As long as the camera is still connected and has power, we can immediately start our investigation.
Yeah.
Really appreciate that part.
Yeah, it is fascinating. I don't know if you got a chance to see the keynote yesterday. we actually as press got to talk to them one-on-one afterwards, and they're talking about, so a lot of this technology, right, comes off the gateways in particular, and how soon they're going to be actually allowing the app to be a gateway itself. And now you think about that, like, where in the world is there going to be a point where you can't get that video or you can't get that ping, right? So I think they seem a real step ahead of where technology is going. And I'm sure for you, I'm interested in that aspect because being XPO, large partner, I'm sure for them, what are those conversations like on like the future of the work that you're hoping to see from them?
Yeah, what I enjoy about our partnership with Samsara is they are humble enough to realize they don't know it all.
Interesting.
And
Yeah.
so when we sit down and we say, hey, we don't know it all either. So we can have open conversations of what are our opportunities, where can we help each other instead of it just being, no, you have to do it this way.
Yeah.
They are very open that they're a technology company. We're a trucking company. Let's use each other's experience and insight to improve.
Yeah. How do you work with drivers to make sure that, especially in the last couple of years, right? And it sounds like you were at different levels during the adoption, but what always fascinated me about XPO is like this level of this culture that it's built, not just even about safety, but performance, customer satisfaction. How do you build a safety culture that sticks and has people staying in their role? I know, drivers turnover can be very high. How do you get them to trust you in that endeavor?
Oh, that's a really good question. And throughout my career, you can see the culture, how it can shift. And the biggest thing that sticks out to me is leadership.
Yeah.
When we have someone engaged like we do right now in Mario and our presidents and our COO, they know that safety is important. It trickles down very quickly. And they just do a tremendous job leading from the front. And we also don't make decisions in a silo. There is so many things that we are aware of that if we just sat back as an executive team and didn't ask our drivers what's going on, what's their input, or piloting things, we would miss a lot. And so
interesting.
My 13 years, I can't think of one piece of technology that we just said, hey, this is great, let's roll it out. We piloted it, we tested it, we asked hundreds or not thousands of drivers how it's working and got their feedback.
I love that. Get everyone involved. I think it's the transparency, right? It's like knowing that you can say that, hey, I have your best intentions, but allowing them to be a part of that process means that, my intentions are actually included in this as well. So very interesting. I also, for being at this event today, is this your first time at Beyond?
It is.
It is.
It is, yes.
Thoughts so far?
Oh, it is just... It takes your breath away of how engaging everything is, the time that they have to put in to plan this event. What I really enjoy the most is the networking aspect.
Cool.
So, fresh out of college, I was working for a company selling insurance investments and found out that was not for me really quick. So then working...
Turned safety manager? Yeah.
And then went over to XPO and have spent my industry career here. My dad drove over the road for most of my life, so I've been around trucks for a while, but still knowing more about the industry and what our competitors are doing, that's what you can really learn in places like this. And as much as I want to know exactly what our direct competitors are doing, I can learn a lot still from utilities companies and construction companies because they're facing similar challenges in different environments. And it can force us to think outside of the box of, hey, they're doing something like this at a construction yard. Their yards are very dangerous. So are our yards. Yeah. It may not be apples to apples, but if they're doing something for risk mitigation in a construction yard, maybe we can something like that.
Like that, thinking outside the box. That's where you got to where you are in those 13 years. Interesting. Question, do you have a CDL?
I do not.
Me neither. I'm working. I want it. So it's funny, when COVID came around, I was like, I'm going to get it. Just because I was in the brokerage space. It's like, I just want to get it. So a driver asked me, I'm like, I know what I'm talking about. But maybe next year we'll both meet up and it'll happen. But good stuff. You talked about the challenge. Is there any other challenges that you came here today and hoping that, or maybe just is on the top of your mind with the growth and what you're working on at XPO?
The biggest thing is crash reduction, whether it's DOT foremost, but also customer yards. They're just as dangerous as we can be on the road. You're just moving a lot slower, but unfortunate things can happen. So
Yeah.
we're doing a lot of incredible things as a company. And in my current role and previous role as the safety manager, it's really looking at how can we reduce our risk and our incidents that happen. So
Yeah.
that's my biggest goal to come in.
For sure. And I mean, incredible growth. I know that you guys picked up a lot of assets as well over this last year, whether it's warehouses or trailers too. So I'm sure it's been I don't want to say it's been a tough year, right, for the industry, but a fun year for XPO in particular. Looking ahead, if we were to sit here together next year, what are you focused on? What are you excited to work on, implement, or what challenges even over this next year that you think are important?
Looking forward, I am just super excited for what our company is doing.
Yeah.
That we have an incredibly engaged leadership. There's so many things going on, both in the macro and just locally, but it's not slowing us down.
Yeah.
We're taking
I
it
know.
full throttle.
Yeah.
Of how can we improve in a difficult market? How can we improve in anything that's going to be coming at us, whether it's from the market or if it's capacity restraints, we're ready to take on to it. So, and you mentioned, trailers. Else we celebrated our 30 years of our trailer manufacturer being open. That's a huge competitive advantage for us.
Yeah.
They do an awesome job down there in Arkansas making us equipment.
Love it. You guys are firing on all cylinders, and I can't wait to see the growth and all of the pieces, right, of what XPO has become today. So for anyone watching, if they want to reach out to there's drivers that are like, oh, I want to work for this guy, right, or are looking to learn more about experiences at XPO, what's the best way for them to either reach out to you or reach out to the company?
Yeah, the best way is to go online and just go xpo.com and search for career jobs. If that doesn't work, find a local service center. We've got 300 of them, so just call them. But everything that we do from hiring prospect is online, so that's how you get your foot in the door. We've got an awesome recruiting team that goes over everything and gets in touch with people quickly. So
yeah, love it.
To do it.
Well, I'm excited because actually you're my last interview of the event, and I'm excited to with what I feel is like family. Just interviewed so many people at the company as well. So thank you, XPO. Thank you, Samsara. Thank you, all of our FreightWaves listeners and readers. Make sure you check out all of our videos from the event, either on Samsara's page or on ours as well. And we're gonna get Magic Johnson. Are you excited for that one?
I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, right. Same here. You guys all know I'm go green, go white. I'm a State fan, so I'll be there. Unfortunately, probably cheering in the front row. So if you see that video, that's me. But thank you, Samsara, for inviting us here at FreightWaves to be a part of this event. And that's a wrap for Samsara Beyond 2024.
Thanks, Grace.